Welcome one, welcome all to the forgot to turn off the home run alerts there. Welcome one, welcome all to the season 60 semifinal stream for the Pro Baseball Experience. Hope you all are having a wonderful Thursday. I am your host for today's stream, AJay887, and I am joined once again for the semifinals by Waldo. Waldo, how are you doing today? Waldo might be AFK. Oh, wait. Waldo? I see that you're unmuted, but I'm not hearing anything. All right. Well, while Waldo.
There we go.
Hey, there you
I
are.
figured it out. The mic, my headphones were muted, but my computer was unmuted. That's the problem. I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Looking forward to the semifinals tonight.
This is what our fourth straight season doing this.
Something like that, yeah.
And it's always my favorite stream because it's 4 hours of pain most of the time, and that's what's awesome.
No, it's not pain at all. We'll be fine.
It's okay. It's enjoyable pain.
Sure.
I don't like that.
I don't know. Anyway,
you take it.
Okay. Anyway, we have 4 semifinal streams, series for tonight for you all. We have for the Legends Conference, their conference finals will be the Providence Crabs versus the New York Voyagers. We have Iceman and Taylor Adkins on the mound for their respective squads. Now Providence beat Vancouver 3-1 in the quarterfinals as the number 2 seed, and New York as the number 1 seed beat the number 4 seed Outer Banks 3-0 in the quarterfinals. So both of these teams coming in with pretty solid series wins underneath their belt, only dropping 1 game to their opponents in total between the two of them. So this could be a very evenly matched series. But New York has been incredible this season. 75-33 record, the best in the majors, and a lot of that has to do with a good portion of their lineup, especially those top 2 batters in Brian Payne and Summit Dog hitting well over 300 throughout the entire regular season. So keep an eye on those 2 batters. As mentioned, Iceman will be on the mound for the Providence Crabs, while Taylor Adkins, boasting a 14-6 win-loss record, will be towing the rubber for New York. Any thoughts on the series before we go straight on into game number 1 for quick simming this series, Waldo?
I'm sorry you cut out for a second. I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, okay. I was just saying, before we do the quick sim for game number 1 of this series, any thoughts on this matchup before we get going?
My playoff predictions, I took New York. And I think that New York is the most talented team in the entire PB. I think overall, I think it's one of the most talented we've seen in a while. And I think it's I can't lodge a prediction, because if I lodge a prediction, it's gonna be wrong and get clowned. So I'm just gonna say hashtag pray for Providence.
All right.
Is what I'll say.
Enoch, yes, I did mean to switch it to no, at least for the future. We'll be having some stream games and some quick sim games, so we don't want stream games to be ongoing. That's just for the future. We're going to be quick simming every game until we get to an elimination game in each of these 4 series. For anyone that is unfamiliar with... it stayed on yes? We'll fix it later. For those unfamiliar with how we do the semifinal streams, we will be quick simming every game until there is an elimination game in a series, and we will be doing that for all 4 of the series. So starting things off with the Crabs and the Voyagers, game number 1 for the Legends Conference Final is going to go to the New York Voyagers, the home team. 4-2 the victory here, as a game 1 victory for Adkins and the New York Voyagers. Quite a lot of RBIs and hits spread around for the New York lineup. 2 hits and 1 RBI each for Payne and Magic at the top and bottom of the lineup. For Providence, only 2 RBIs coming from Zalewski and Quake, 1 each, and only 3 hits total for their entire lineup. So struggles at the plate for the Crabs. Iceman will take the loss, falling to 0-2 in the postseason. While Taylor Adkins gets the win, their first of the postseason, 2 earned runs over 7.2 innings pitched on 3 hits and 5 walks. They'll be your player of the game. And Jones will get their second save of the postseason as well. Ransom Jones with 4 quick outs, no one on base during their time on the mound. So New York, a quick 1-0 lead in the series. Let me adjust our crawler here real quick. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and preview the next one. Indianapolis versus Cancun. We have Smidius and Cowgill on the mound for their respective squads here. Now, Cancun beat Death Valley Scorpions 3-0 in the quarterfinals. They come in as the number 2 seed with a 65-43 record. And the only one to have an upset in the quarterfinals, the Indianapolis Apex, came in as the number 4 seed and beat the Detroit Demons, who had the best record in the Champions Conference, 3-1 in the quarterfinals in order to get to this point. Any additional thoughts on this one before we quick sim game 1 for this one, Waldo?
Both these teams ruined my playoff predictions. So if both teams could lose, I would appreciate it. I'm just kidding.
I don't think that's possible.
I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. I think this is a lot more evenly matched than our last one. I am very excited for that series overall. I do think home field advantage for Cancun is going to come into play. It'll provide the edge at least. So I think we're gonna. I think we'll see a good series. That's what I'll say. That's my prediction.
All right. Well, Cancun and Indianapolis taking to game 1 for the Champions Conference Finals. You ready for the box score for this one, Waldo?
Hit me with it.
All right. Game number 1 is going to go to...
Ooh, Cancun wins 6-run bottom of the 7th. Man, they really stretched. It stretched pretty good, I guess. Wow. Yeah, 3-run home run and a solo home run. So for Indy, with multiple hit performances from McElhenney, I believe that's how you say that. Rosenthal had 3 RBIs, 2 hits from Callahan. That was it on their offensive performance, though. For Cancun, the 4 RBI day from Ohi Cal, as well as an RBI from Brolina and Solo, and then hits from Aklof and Beatty. Pitching-wise, Smidius gets a no decision, 3 earned runs and 6 1/3. It's still a quality start. The blown save goes to McFlornish, who gets a blown save and the loss, allowed 3 earned runs in 1/3 of an inning. Takahashi comes in relief. For Cancun, Cowgill gets the win, 4 earned runs, 7 1/3. Woohoo! Gets the save. No earned runs, 1 2/3 inning. First save of the postseason.
Very nice.
So what I said about home field advantage being important, already won the game 1 at home. So we'll see if they can go up 2-0 at home as well, or if Indy can steal one.
They had 4 home runs. I just noticed that.
I didn't even see that. 4 home runs.
Wow. Ohi Cal with 2, Brolina and Solo all with.
Yeah, I think Ohi Cal's was a 3-run homer too. One of them was, I should say.
Wow. All right. That will do it for the majors day 1, but let's head on over to the minor leagues where we have our other 2 semifinals matchups. Majors GMs, if you have changes for game number 2, please let us know as soon as possible in your playoff channels. I noticed that the Voyagers and the Crabs have already made mention in theirs. So Apex and Toros, if you have any changes to make for game 2, please let us know as soon as possible. Even if you have no changes, just let us know no changes so that we can keep on moving and we're not waiting for you to respond. Lemurs and Firehawks will be our next matchup here. Pim Pimling for the Lemurs and Johnny Tom for the California Firehawks. We have Louisville, who beat Kansas City 3-2 in the quarterfinals. They come in as the number 5 seed, upsetting the number 4 seed Hepcats. And the California Firehawks on the other side managed to have the second best record in the minor leagues, which meant they had a first round bye, which means you did not see them play on Tuesday. So they're a little bit more well rested, or they're a little more rusty, depending on how the outcome of this series goes. We'll retroactively assume one way or another on that front.
Classic.
First round bye for the California Firehawks, while Louisville had to battle for 5 games in the quarterfinals. So they might be a little bit tired, but they do have a rest day in between the quarterfinals and the semifinals, so everyone should be back in terms of stamina. But Pim Pimling on the mound, 13-6 in the regular season versus Johnny Tom, 10-9 in the regular season for those two pitchers. Both the highest overall rated player on their ball club, at least in the starting lineups here. Any thoughts on this one, Waldo, before we get started with game number 1 here?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, I couldn't hear you.
Oh.
You just kind of you keep going in and out. I think it might be my Wi-Fi, but I can't tell. You just keep going in and out, so I'm just like, so you just kind of go out, and then like, it's just silence, and I'm like, I don't want to say anything and interrupt him while he's talking to this stream.
It's coming through on my my OBS. I'm wondering if
yeah, it's definitely a me thing. It's got to be a me thing. I have shitty university Wi-Fi.
It's possible it could be Discord too, just not picking up. Like my audio settings in Discord have been weird, but apparently, Tam says it sounds good in Discord too. Never mind. it might probably on your end then.
Yeah, it's hey, you know. I don't know.
Any thoughts?
So
on this?
if you ask me something and I don't respond, that's what's going on.
Gotcha.
You know, I will say I have not been plugged into the minors much as years past, because I haven't been super involved in Florida recently. So I don't really know a lot about the minors right now. I don't really know the players that are dominating. So just looking on this, some of the names, I really like Rafael Furcal Jr. That's a great name. So I think I have to side with the Firehawks because that is an awesome name. And I wish Rafael Furcal wasn't a terrible person because then, you know, I could cheer for him as a person. But I'll cheer for his son in the game.
There you go. This is good a reason to root for them as A, right?
Yeah. Well, I'll root for them for now. I have to root for Florida when they make the World Series, but I'll root for California now.
Yeah. Gotcha. All right. Well, game number 1 for the Lemurs and Firehawks. Lemurs 3-2. We'll see if they can take one against the Firehawks here, or if the Firehawks are well rested and ready for the Lemurs. Game number 1 is going to go to the California Firehawks, who are indeed well rested and ready for the Lemurs. 11-4. The bats especially have woken up today. 3 hits each for Moore and Nicholas on the side of California, with 3 RBIs from both Nicholas and Majima. 7 of the 9 batters in the Firehawks lineup getting at least 1 hit. Looks like 6 of them getting at least 2. The Lemurs had 2 hits and 1 RBI each from Narukami and Brochacho, and Allaire gets a couple of hits as well. Home run for Squatch and Nicholas. Tom will get the win with a quality start of 3 earned runs over 6 innings pitched. Armbander gets the save, and Pimlin will take the loss. Roman Nicholas, your player of the game for this one. Okay, and the last... Sorry?
If Florida can maintain the all home teams winning. Because we've had, in both the 2 major performances, we had both games won by the home team.
That will be Florida's hope in this one. Yeah, Florida comes in also with the first round bye as the best record in the minor leagues with 66-42. Their 17th straight playoff season and the longest active streak in the minors. Second longest minors streak ever, 2 seasons behind Kansas City Hepcats 19, which ended several seasons ago. But Florida, if they make the playoffs in the next 2 seasons, they'll have tied that record for the longest minor league playoff streak. And for right now, they're looking to get to the World Series for the first time since season 56. And they come in sending momentum to the mound in game number 1 against Chudagal Sun for the for the Chicago Kingpins, excuse me. Again, both pitchers being the highest overall rated player of the starting lineups here. And both boasting a very impressive K per 9, 5.3 for Momentum and 6.5 for Chudagal Sun. Look to see a lot of strikeouts from these young pitchers in this ball game. I'm not seeing any notes from any of the teams. Should be good. Waldo, any thoughts before we quick sim this one as well?
You know who I would like to win this, so I'm going to ask you what you think is going to happen. in this series because I'm just going to give a biased opinion. So I'm going to ask you since you're unbiased in this room and I'm not.
Well, not to streamer curse this, but I don't know how this series is going to turn out overall. But I'm going to wager a prediction that the Florida Flamingos at least win game number 1 here. I think
Oh,
California has
okay. Thank you for
proven.
just saying the game.
I think California has proven that being well rested from the first round bye is going to be beneficial for the Florida Flamingos in the series. And I think they might get out to an early 1-0 lead in front of their home crowd, but we'll see. Ready to get to the box score here?
Oh, I've never been more ready for a thing in my entire life, pal.
All right, let's do it.
Give me Florida extends the home winning streak for every single team. 3-2 win after 2 runs at the top of the 7th. For Chicago, 1 RBI from Mexicano. Looks like that was on a sacrifice fly, I believe. Yes, it was. 2 hits from D and 2 hits from Monopolitsky, as well as an RBI from Jones. For Florida, RBIs spread about. Simpson and Wag each get 1, and Slugs gets 1 as well. Multi-performances from Simpson and from Thunder. Every RBI for Florida came with 2 outs. Interesting. Was that all in the same? No, it wasn't the same inning. It was in the 6th and in the 7th. The pitching, Chudigul's son, which is a fire name, and I'm mad I didn't come up with it. 3 earned runs and 6 1/3 for a quality start, but still gets the loss. Grizz, no earned runs in an inning and 2/3 in relief. Momentum gets the win, 2 earned runs, 7 1/3. And Blue gets the save, no earned runs on an inning and 2/3. So the bullpens for both teams, real shut down today. So kind of definitely a bullpen game. Momentum is your player of the game as they get the win. 98 pitches.
All right, so every single home team wins game number 1 in their respective semifinals. Minor league teams, if you have changes to make for game number 2, please let us know as soon as possible in your playoff channels. But we're going to advance the day to game number 2, where once again we will be quick simming all of these games as well as every game number 3. However, if any team goes up 3-0 in their series, we will be watching their game number 4. As well as all the rest of the games in that series. So starting off, let's see. Apex haven't said anything. Voyagers are good. Crabs are good. Toros say no change. So as far as we're concerned, majors are good unless the Apex show up and say something. Minor league, nothing from the Kingpins. Firehawks are letting ride. Flamingos are letting it ride. Anything from the Lemurs or the Kingpins? So Lemurs, Kingpins, Apex. If any of you have changes to make for game number 2, please let us know as soon as possible. Otherwise, I think we're ready to go. Give it a moment here. Won't wait too long because otherwise this stream will get very out of hand very quickly. We always mention the potential horror of the possibility of a 16-game sim that we have.
Well, I think it was either I think it was my first time three seasons ago. We had 14 games, I think, and we did all of them. And I think we were here until about 11:15 Eastern time. And we lost our minds. We were talking about pickle shakes by the end of it.
Oh yeah,
the pickle slushy from Sonic. Yeah. The abomination that is known as the pickle slushy from Sonic.
That was good.
So,
man.
I can't with you. So, if you are new around here, these streams can be long. We hope that it doesn't get too long, but these streams can get a little dicey.
Yeah.
But I don't think it'll get that long again. Like, knock on wood. But
yeah, knock on wood real quick there. 4 reverse sweeps, says Court Jester. Hopefully not.
From what I've understood, that was a rare event and it wasn't common. It was just, it happened to happen the first time I did it.
All right, well, I'm seeing nothing from the Apex, Kingpins, or Lemurs, so...
I hope we're done before 10:30. I want to go to Zaxby's. I haven't eaten dinner yet.
We'll try to go quickly here. So, game number 2, really? Providence Crabs and New York Voyagers. Joe Random and Joey Moose Jr. on the mound for their respective squads. And game number 2, is going to go to the New York Voyagers, who take a 2-0 lead in the
Oh,
series. 10-5 the final in game number 2.
damn! Look at
Wow.
almost every single run except for like 4 runs were scored in the sixth, seventh, eighth, and ninth innings.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 4
I could have
runs in the
phrased that a
bottom of
lot
the
better.
6th, 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th for the Voyagers. We have 4 RBIs from Noah Teggy, the series MVP of the quarterfinals. 3 hits from Ramirez, and outside of Providence, 2 RBIs from Mayfeld and 3 RBIs from Pants. Definitely a more impressive showing from the Providence Crabs lineup compared to Game 1, but New York also had a much better day at the plate as well. Rooster will get the win in relief. Crockwell gets the save. Random will take the loss on the start for Providence. And Nolan Teggy will be your player of the game for this one, meaning the home team of New York has a 2-0 lead in the series, and will be going to Providence, holding that 2-game lead, as the home field will shift for game number 3. Apex Toros, Flop Quads and Ryan Lee on the mound for their respective teams. Ready to get on into game number 2 here, Waldo?
Let's hit it.
All right.
Let's see if the home streak continues. It does.
Wow.
3-0 shutout win for Cancun. Indianapolis, they only had 4 hits. Those 4 hits coming from McElhaney, who had a hit in the last game. Mo Scotes. How do you say that? Is
Mosquitoes?
that is it Mosquetos? There we go.
I think it is, yeah.
Callahan and Yedif each had a hit. For Cancun, 2 hits for Childwell, 2 RBIs, an RBI from Brolina, and 2 hits as well, and 2 hits from Eucliffe, same thing. Brolina had a home run. For Indianapolis, the loss goes to Quads, 3 earned runs. Noble came in relief. Lee gets the win. 7 innings pitched, no earned runs, only 3 hits allowed. Woo! Gets 2 innings pitched, no earned runs, and 1 hit. And their second save on the postseason, back-to-back games so far for them. Ryan Lee is your player of the game. 107 pitches in 7 innings is nothing to scoff at.
Not at all. So we have game number 2 complete for both majors teams, or both majors conference finals, and a 2-0 lead for both the home teams, as they
Man,
change
New
home
York's
stands.
New York scored 10 runs on 13 hits.
Yeah,
That's and then like Providence only had 11 hits.
they were pretty close
I
in
just
hits,
I
not so much in runs.
Yeah, well, the game is won on runs, not hits.
It's true.
Yeah.
All right, Lemurs Firehawks. We have Shohei Wantani versus I'm a Dude Man. California leads the series 1-0. And we'll see if they can make it 2-0 or if the Lemurs will even up this series at 1 win apiece. Game number 2 between the Lemurs and the Firehawks is going to go to the California Firehawks. The home streak
Oh wow.
continues,
Oh, walk
and
off.
just barely does it continue. A 2-1 win with 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th. Both run-scoring singles by Nicholas and Carver. Those were the game winners right there. The game tire from
Look at
Nicholas. The graph.
yeah, the graph is all from the bottom of the ninth.
Yep. Just spikes downward there at the end. Yeah, wow. What a game for the Firehawks as they barely managed to hold on to the win here, by some clutch hitting in the bottom of the 9th. Squatch for Louisville has 3 hits, and Johnson with a home run in the 5th. But that's about it for the Lemurs offense. California, though, 2 hits each from Moore and Carver. Carver with the game winner, and Nicholas with that game tire. Both runs RBI scoring singles. The pitching was great today for both sides, at least from the starters, and from Sears, the game winner, David Sears on the Firehawks side, 2.2 innings, only 2 walks. I'm a Dude Man gets the player of the game nod, only giving up 1 earned run over 6.1 innings pitched. Waffle, the only sore spot for either team in terms of pitching, struggled in the 9th and gave up the win, blowing the save. I'm a Dude Man, as mentioned, your player of the game. Let me go ahead and save real quick.
Game loves He gives starting pitchers the player of the game.
All right, Kingpins Flamingos, game number 2. Avery Time and Justin Izzo on the mound for their teams. Ready to get going here, Waldo?
Oh, I'm always ready.
All right, let's do it. Wow.
And another home win. That's four straight. Sorry, I'm bad at numbers.
It's 8 straight, actually.
For eight straight. I told you I'm bad at numbers. Chicago. I started counting on my fingers. Ganja Smoke gets an RBI, 2 hits, and Monopolitsky right behind him also with an RBI and 2 hits. 2 RBIs for George. Not a home run. Or no, it was a home run. Excuse me. And Ganja Smoke also had a home run. For Florida, over in the home box, Pollywag had 3 hits and an RBI, and Fortune had 3 RBIs and 1 hit. Cito had a hit and an RBI as well. Murphy had a triple. Not really. I mean, just kind of got to say that. For Chicago, Time 3 earned runs in 3 2/3 innings pitched. Kratky gets the loss, 2 earned runs on 2 1/3, and Grizz came in relief. 2 innings pitched, no earned runs. For Florida, Izzo, 3 earned runs, 6 1/3, and O'Callaghan gets the win, 1 2/3. And Izzo is your player of the game, tossing a quality start for Florida. So, as said, that was 8 straight wins for the home team. You got to wonder if it's going to continue when we go to the visitors or the other team's ballparks. There we go.
Yeah,
I swear stuff's going on up there.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if the fortunes change for each of these series as the home team shifts. Or if the team that goes 2-0 continues to press onwards with more wins. We do have changes requested by teams, so if you have not said anything in your playoff channel and want to make a change, or you think you're good with no change, please let us know as soon as possible. We'll continue on with the ones that we do have, which is a stamina check for New York. Scheduled starters, good. And you have Crockwell at 71 and 69 for Big Rooster. Oh, wait, here's the fatigue percentages as well for starting pitching and relief pitching if you need to see it. If you can, maybe take a screenshot as well, because we'll be moving on to another team here shortly. Toros are good. Crabs have changes, so let's... oh, wait, Apex wants a stamina check, too. Let's see. We can do that. Okay. Oh, they want a screenshot. Okay, here we can do this real quick. All right, there we go. All right, so that will bring us now to the Crabs, who have specific changes that they wanted to make. Malbec to mineral leaf, use less often, and none. Okay. So just one small change there on the usage option. Distillation, anything else that you need done? Please let us know. Okay, New York has changes. All right, Rainsford Jones to stoppers, 7th and close, and closer. Crockwell, mineral leaf, normal usage. Rooster, mineral leaf, use less. Stover and Evil Dictator, both to mineral leaf, avoid high leverage. And then Whitman. Yep. All right, that should be accurate. Enoch, let me know if I messed anything up or if there's any additional changes, or if you're good, then just let us know and we'll be good to go there. Apex, okay. Toros, Crabs, nothing else for the Crabs it looks like. Apex, no changes. Noble to middle, use less often, and middle. Okay, middle, use less often, middle. Completed. No other changes, perfect. Crabs, nothing yet. Minor leagues, they're letting it ride, they're letting it ride. Still nothing from the Kingpins Lemurs. Kingpins Lemurs, anything? And Crabs, anything else for you? Otherwise, I think we're good to go. Last chance, all. Okay, not seeing anything. So I think we are. Oh, Crabs. Okay, cool. All right, that's it then. Game number 3. We're ready to go. 2-0 lead for the New York Voyagers as we start things off with P-Dub Woods and Count Crabula on the mound for their respective teams. As mentioned, New York 2-0 lead in the series, 5-0 in the postseason so far. Crabs are 3-3 in the postseason. At home, they're undefeated though. We'll see what happens here in game number 3. Will the Crabs put their mark on the series by adding a win, or will New York make it a 3-0 series so far? Game number 3 is going to go to the New York Voyagers. We have our first road win, and boy was it a doozy. 8 runs in the first 2 innings total for the New York Voyagers, and they never looked back. 13-2, 17 hits to 4. What an offensive performance for the New York Voyagers. 3 RBIs each for Mihair Tanaka and Von Christelhauser. 3 hits each for Tanaka and Bebe. Providence gets 1 hit and 1 RBI each from Summers and Pants. Those are the big performances for them. But the pitching just stymied Providence. 7.2 innings, only 1 earned run from P-Dub Woods. They get the win. They improve to 2-0 in the postseason, and Crabula will take the loss, unable to get out of the second inning. Can you take me higher? Your player of the game, tying the New York playoff game record for runs with 4. Very impressive showing from the Voyagers so far in the semifinals. They really want to make it to the World Series. As the reigning World Series champs, they want to defend their title. And on the other side of the bracket, Champions Conference Finals, Toros and Apex. Toros lead at 2-0 with Pedro Martini and Calm Chicken on the mound for their respective squads. Waldo, you ready for this one?
Oh, I'm always ready.
Alrighty. Let's do it.
Let's go with it. Will we get another road win?
No.
It's thinking.
Is it not showing up on here?
It's thinking.
Is it not showing up for you?
Oh, there we go. There we go. We're back. Bottom of the 11th. I guess my Wi-Fi is taking a shit right now. I don't know what's going on. Walk-off win for Indy to trail 2-1 now. The walk-off from Santos Garcia, a single. For Cancun, hits come from all around. 2 for Cortez. Ohikao gets an RBI, so does Cortez as well. RBI from Eucliffe, as well as 2 hits and an RBI from Beatty. For Indianapolis, RBI from Scotes, as well as 2 hits from Rosenthal, 2 from Callahan, as well as 3 RBIs, and Santos Garcia gets the winning RBI. For Cancun, pitching wise, oh, is it not loading? I'm gonna have to troubleshoot my Wi-Fi for this. There we go. Martini, 4 earned runs, 7 2/3. Woohoo! Doesn't get as big of a bump because they didn't get a result. They only appeared in relief. 1 inning pitched, 1 hit allowed. Benico gets the loss, 1 2/3, 1 earned run. For Indy, Chicken, 3 earned runs, 6 innings pitched. Quality start for them. Stevens comes in relief, 2 2/3, but McFlourish gets the win, 2 1/3, no earned runs. Your player of the game is Calm Chicken. Good for them. Ow, hold on.
Well, that finishes off the majors for day number 3. I just realized I didn't update the crawler. We'll do that now real quick here. And Florida as well. There we go. Okay, now the crawler is accurate. Heading on over to the minor leagues, we have a 2-0 series in favor of California. They lead the series against the Lemurs. As they head to Louisville, Keelhaller on the mound for the Firehawks, De Nostradam on the mound for the Lemurs. Game number 3 is going to go to the California Firehawks, who take a 3-0 lead in the series, 12-1, the victory over the Lemurs. Absolute wallop. 2 hits for Narukami and an RBI from Squatch are the highlights for Louisville. But for California, 4 RBIs from Song, including a 3-run home run in the 4th inning. Tanyan goes 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs, and Majima 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 RBI. Keel Haller will get the win, only 1 earned run over 6.2 innings pitched. The Nostradam will take the loss for Louisville, and Maverick Tanyan will be your player of the game for this one. Next up, we have the Florida Flamingos versus the Chicago Kingpins. A 2-0 series lead for Florida. And we'll see if they can follow in California and New York's footsteps and make it a 3-0 series, or if the Kingpins will put their first win on the board. Kennedy Sanan on the mound for Florida. Pollock the 5th on the mound for Chicago. Game number 3 for the minors semifinals is going to go to the Chicago Kingpins, who put their first win on the board, which means we will be quick simming game number 4 for them as well. 6-5, the victory for Chicago at home in front of their fans. 3 for 4 day for D with an RBI, and 3 RBIs for Jones, the left fielder. Florida gets 3 hits and 1 RBI from Wag and 2 RBIs from Luca, their leadoff hitter. Kennedy Sonata will take the loss, while Adventurine will get the save for Chicago, while DeWorm gets the win. Sparky D, your player of the game, and Monopolitsky will set the Chicago playoff game record for walks with 4 of them. I didn't even notice that. They go 0 for 0 on the day, walking in every at-bat that they have in the ball game. Very funny, and also very impressive for Monopolitsky. Good eye for you. That will finish off game number 3 for all 4 of our semifinals matchups. Teams, if you have changes to make for game number 4, please let us know as soon as possible. We're going to advance the day. So how one's going to work is because both New York and California have a 3-0 lead in their respective series, we are going to be quick simming the Indianapolis-Cancun game number 4 and the Chicago-Florida game number 4. And then we will be going to the majors for New York Providence for their streamed game. And then we will be streaming the Louisville, California game. But we will be making changes to any teams that need it first. But this will allow those teams that are being quick simmed to have a little more time to think of any changes that they want to make for game number 4. Starting things off with the changes, we have the Voyagers, who have a change to their pen. Ransom Jones is going to be moved back to 8th and close. Let's see, middle relief for all of these. Crockwell to normal usage. Rooster to normal usage. These two to use less often. And Whitman is good. Okay. Voyagers, let me know if that looks good or if I made a mistake or if there's anything else that I need to add. Stamina check for the Apex. Okay, get a screenshot there. There we go. Voyagers gave the thumbs up. They're good. Toros, no change. Anything from the Crabs? Not seeing anything. Minor leagues. We have Firehawks are good. Flamingos are good. Voyagers are officially good. So, nothing yet from the Crabs. Apex are good. Or sorry, Toros are good. Apex are typing. So, anything from the Kingpins, Lemurs, or Apex, or Crabs before we get going? Otherwise, I think we're good to go.
I am back, and I think it's good. You haven't gone dark on me so far. So, but I noticed it only happens whenever I need to see something. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
that checks
Knock
out
on wood.
Murphy's Law, right?
Sure.
Are you not aware of Murphy's Law?
I don't know who Murphy is.
I don't actually know who Murphy is either in the context of Murphy's Law, but Murphy's Law is anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Oh my goodness, he's out. That's so crazy. You're literally explaining it to me, and you went out. That's so insane.
That checks out. Okay, Apex. Romeo McFlourish to middle, normal, long. Okay, Skylar Stevens. None. Avoid. None. Noble, middle, normal, long. Okay. I think I got it for you, Fetty. Let me know if there's anything that I missed. All set? Perfect. Alright, so I think we're all good then. Not seeing anything from the crabs, kingpins, or lemurs, so I think we're good to go. For game number 4. As mentioned, we will be starting things off by quick simming the Toros Apex, and then we will quick sim Chicago, Florida, and then we will be watching the New York Providence game, followed by the Louisville, California game. So first up, we have the Toros and the Apex. Calgill and Smidius on the mound for their respective squads. Cancun leads the series 2-1. Will the Apex tie it up, or will the Cancun Toros take a 3-1 lead in the series? Let's find out. Game number 4 is going to go to the Indianapolis Apex as they tie up the series 2-2 with a 5-4 win over the Toros. Toros had more hits, but as mentioned previously, the runs are what matter. O'Malrain, 2 hits and 2 RBIs, 3 hits for Cortez on the side of Cancun. Indianapolis has a 3-for-4 day from Skatos, who scores 3 times, and Babbitt Person with 2 RBIs. McFlourish gets the win in relief with 2 shutout innings. Benico will take the loss for Cancun. Smoltz blows the save, and Most Skatos will be your player of the game. And then over to the minor league quick sim game that we have here. Let me update the crawler here too. So that means we'll be quick simming game number 5 as well of the Indianapolis Cancun series. And possibly game number 5 of the Flamingos Kingpins series if the Kingpins win this one. Saying it to a game 5 with no elimination on the line. Waldo, you ready for this one? Waldo?
Waldo had a recap.
Oh, is he? Okay. All right. I guess we're taking this one too then. Flamingos Kingpins, Momentum, and Chad Gilson on the mound for their respective squads. Florida leads the series 2-1. Let's find out. Game number 4. Between the Flamingos and the Kingpins is going to go to the Florida Flamingos, who lead it 3-1 now. 9-7 the victory for the Flamingos. We have 4 RBIs from Sahur, 3 RBIs from Fortune, and then on Chicago's side, 2 RBIs each for Jones and George, with Jones scoring 3 times. Sun will take the loss, Mentum gets the win, and McScooty Fortune is your player of the game. So we have a 3-1 series lead for the Flamingos, which means that the Kingpins are on the cusp of elimination, and we will be streaming every game of that series from here on out, which means the only remaining game that we will have to quick sim will be the Indianapolis and Cancun game 5. But that will come in a little bit, because first we will be watching 2 streamed games. First up, the New York Voyagers and the Providence Crabs, as New York is looking to... Let me make sure this is off.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you. As New York looks to punch their ticket to the World Series, the reigning World Series champs in their 6th straight playoff season, the number 1 seed coming in and already making their presence known in the semifinals, a 3-0 lead in this series, while the Providence Crabs, the underdog, have not won a game yet in the semifinals after beating Vancouver 3-1 in the quarterfinals. They're the only team in either majors or minors semifinals to not have won the World Series in the last 10 seasons. So they are the hungriest for this, but they have not been showing that in the semifinals with 3 somewhat disappointing appearances from their offense. Needs to get going here quickly in game number 4, otherwise Crabs might be dead in the water. Um, we have.
Damn, just ripping them apart. Holy shit.
I'm just telling them what they need to do. Their
Yeah,
offense
they've
needs to
sucked
get
so
going.
far this series. They played terrible. Uh,
Sometimes
I
you
like
need.
the I like the
Sometimes
dead in
you,
the water thing though. That was cool.
sometimes you need a little bit of a kick to get going, and the Crabs definitely need that because their backs are up
Yeah,
against the
it's
wall
like
right now.
Do crabs have backs? I mean, I guess the top of
Sure.
their shell. These are the questions that you get when you when you watch the PBE semifinals live stream.
It's true. Do crabs have backs?
This is the this is the expert. Okay, let's get a poll. No, I'm just kidding. No. Are we gonna get a poll for this game?
I haven't seen
I
one yet,
presume
so I think we're. I think
we
we're just
haven't
gonna
gotten
get
one so
going.
far, so I don't think we're gonna get one.
All right.
Sorry, I'm like I gotta gamble. I'm itching for it.
Well, do you want to be the caster for this one, or do you want me to take this first one?
I'll take this one. No, I'll
Okay.
take this one. Can I get some water real quick? Give me 1 second.
Yeah, go
Hold
for it.
on. Sorry.
So in the meantime, Nolan Teggy, the series MVP from the quarterfinals, has that hot icon next to their name. 283 average and 917 OPS on the season for the 33-year-old oldest member of the team. The veteran, really showing the team how it's done in the quarterfinals and came away with a game MVP or player of the game as well earlier in this series. They'll be a player to watch for the Voyagers, while the Crabs, you look at the lineup and you see a very solid leadoff hitter in Grail Traveler, who also was the quarterfinals MVP for their squad. 304 average for the leadoff hitter and the best OPS in 852 on the team. The 26-year-old is just getting started, though. We'll keep an eye on both of those players as we go through game number 4 here. Ready to get going, Waldo, or are you still hydrating? Waldo? Uh-oh.
I do.
Oh, you there?
I got you. We're in.
Okay, cool. You ready?
Let's get this game going.
All right, let's do it. Give me a moment.
New
to
York
get
and
the,
Providence. Nope. He's not ready.
I'm just getting the scoreboard off the.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
All right, there we go.
New York, Providence. It's a cold Providence night. I presume it's cold in Providence. Never been there. 56 degrees. Wind blowing in. Round or two left for the first out. Summer Dog coming up now. 240. Hasn't done much this postseason. Looking to try to reverse that with something here. Oh, and he will! He will! Whoa! Reverse streamer curse. I guess it's not really a streamer curse, a streamer blessing. The Summer Dog takes a homer deep to left field for his first run of the postseason and the first run of the game, as AJay will be walked. Him and Mihire are on fire. Tanaka will ground into, not a double play because there's 2 outs, ground to left, but not before the 1 run comes across on the homer from Dog, and Providence looks to respond. Grail Traveler, I thought it was said gravel. Grail Traveler strikes out to start the inning. Now on to Baltz, the right fielder hitting 214 this postseason, hits into the shift, and the play will be made about a step short. Here comes Ailsky, the lefty. Hits that one straight to the shortstop, who the ball's bobbled at first. And Summers will be up to bat, hitting 125. That ball's hit straight up the middle. It'll be a hit. They're going to send him under to third, and he will advance to second on the throw. Oh, he won't! The animation fooled me. He will be out at second on the throw, so he gets a single out extending it. That ball will be popped up straight to the shortstop for Yvonne Kristelhauser. And Bebe will be up now, hitting 500 this postseason. Jeez. That ball's at the left. It gets out over the wall. And Bebe gets their first homer of the postseason. And just like that, it is 2-0 New York. Diego Ramirez hits that one to left, and it is caught by the left fielder for the second out. Here comes the third baseman, Magic, who made a pretty good play in that last inning to get the runner at first. And the ball will be hit to first, and he'll be safe at first. An infield hit. Payne will get a hit down the line. They will send the runner to the third. He will be, oh, send him home. He will be safe on the throw. A second run comes across in the inning. That is a double for Payne. Here comes Dog, who hit the homer in the last inning. Grounds that one to short. Not a repeat for Summer Dog. This will be an out. Not before the 2 runs come across for New York. Mayfield up for Providence will strike out. Comes JD Pants. Eventually, there we go. Hits that one to left, and it's gone. JD Pants, his team-leading 3rd home run of the postseason, gets his average, I believe, above the Mendoza line. Waiting for confirmation. It will be above the Mendoza line. And it is 3-1. New York still has the lead as Quake flies out to right. And here comes Cash Considerations. Has the 2nd best average in the lineup for Providence, but will ground out too short to end the inning. So 1 run comes across on the homer from JD Pants. 3-4-5 due up for New York. Oh, I almost fell out of my chair. There's a fly ball to center field for the first out. Here comes Mihoing. Mihoing. That ball's hit to left. It'll be caught by the left fielder. A lot of flyouts today, I've noticed. Probably because of the wind, I bet. Tanaka will fly out again to left. So no runs, no hits, nobody on base. Voyagers retain a lead. It is still 3-1. That'll be a strikeout swinging from Boys to Chest back again. And here comes Traveler, leading his team in batting average, 379. That ball's hit deep. It's gone. 3-2, and another home run. This time by Traveler, his 2nd of the postseason. And that batting average will be up to 400. That ball's hit under the first baseman's glove. And Baltz will get aboard as Zalewski comes up to bat. 3-2 lead for New York now. That ball's hit under the third baseman's glove. It'll be, oh, they're going to send him to second. Oh, they sent him home. No throw for the third baseman, and it's a tie game. Excuse me, that was the shortstop, not the third baseman. Zalewski with the RBI double. Here comes Summers. That ball's hit to first. It'll be made, the play will be made, and the out at first, and they get the out at first on the ground ball from Mayfield. So only 2 runs come across, but the game is now tied as New York looks to take back their advantage. Von Pistelhauser will get a little nibbler, but it won't be, nothing will come of it. He's out at first. Bebe up to bat now. He will strike out swinging. As we go to Ramirez for the 2nd out of the inning. He will strike out for the 3rd out, so no runs come across for New York. They go 3 up, 3 down. Providence has 6, 7, 8 due up as well. They will also lead with a strikeout to JD Pants. Oh, we're frozen. Oh, something's going to happen. Something's happening, guys. Oh, there. Oh, the ball's in the air. It's caught. That's an out. I apologize. Cash Considerations hits that one to center. It'll be down for a single, so 2-out hit for Cash Considerations. So we get to Boys to Chest back again, the center fielder. Oh, excuse me. The ball. Oh my goodness, I apologize. It'll be a double. They send the runner to second. So runners on 2nd and 3rd for Providence as they look to take their first lead of the game. That ball's a wild pitch, I think. It bounced forward. It's a weird wild pitch, but no runners advance. Full count now. That ball's at the left. It gets down. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. Just like that, a 2-run single from Grail Traveler, who has his 3rd RBI of the game. And it is a 5-3 lead for Providence. That ball is a walk from Baltz. Zalewski has a chance to pop this one wide open. And he walks another. Summers, bases loaded. That ball's at the left. Oh, and it's caught by the left fielder. So only 2 runs come across on the 3 hits for Providence, but that is a 2-run lead now for Providence. New York looking to try to take their lead back. Magic will start with a single. It's a good start if you're a Voyager. Here comes the lefty catcher, Payne. He will get a hit. Single. Oh, bobbled in center field. And it is second and third with no outs. Tying run on second. As Summer Dog comes up to the plate. He hits that one up the middle. One on a score. They will send the second. And there wanted to be a play at the plate. It is 5-5 in the top of the 5th inning. Here comes AJay. He will be walked. And here comes Mihire hitting 370 postseason. A reliever comes in, Nathaniel Abel, the righty, and that'll be a ball at center field. It'll be caught for the first out of the inning. Excuse me, the lefty. He's not a righty. I apologize. And Tanaka, the right fielder. That's what I was. There it goes. Tanaka straight to second baseman, but it's bobbled. Oh my goodness! A double play ball was bobbled, and there's now 1 out. Bases loaded for Valcristo. That is a out. Oh, they get the play at home. Do they get him at first? They don't. No double play, but they do get the out at home, so no run comes across. 2 outs now for Bebe. That is a little grounder, and they get the out at first. So only 2 runs come across, but they leave the bases loaded after having them loaded with 1 out and getting 2 runners up. That ball will be a hit center field for Mayfield. As we're just witnessing some insane offense today. Here comes J.D. Pants, who hit that homer earlier. He will strike out this time. Great pitch from Professor Croakwool. And, oh, there we go. Ball hits the left. It'll be caught for the second out of the inning from cash considerations after the single from Quake. Boy's chest back again up now. He hits that one. It's a hit. They will send the runner home, and he will be safe. And he's safe at third as well. Oh, no, he's out at third. Excuse me. So 1 run does come across, but they get the runner out at third. You know, they never say, never make... You know what they say, never make the third out at third base. Well, they just did that, so they take the lead, but at what cost? As Ramirez gets out, Magic will strike out, and the ball will be thrown to first for the tag-up out. Here comes Payne, the catcher. He will line out straight to short. So Providence will take a 6-5 lead into the bottom of the 6th. That ball's hit to center, and it'll be caught by the center fielder for the out. Comes Baltz. He hits that one into the gap, or not into the gap, excuse me, into the shift. He'll get a double out of it. Excuse me. He's safe at second. 1 out now. Zelinski looking to add. Anthony Stover, the lefty, is coming into the game for New York, and he immediately gives up a hit. That'll be... Oh, is he... He's out at home! What a throw from the center fielder, Von Christelhauser. What a throw. And that'll be a strikeout to end the inning. No runs come across after that amazing throw from center field, not even on a relay, to tag him for the out. Here comes Summer Dog, who will walk to start the inning. Walk on a full count. Always hurts if you're the pitcher. Here comes AJay. He will walk as well. So Nathaniel Abel gives up back-to-back walks. Start to wonder if they get to the bullpen sometime here. Here comes Mihire. He hits that one straight to the first baseman, who makes a double play. What a play from the first baseman. Runner on third now for Tanaka. And he will walk Tanaka. Here comes Von Christelhauser, the hero of the last inning, as Randy Colon comes in the game, the lefty. A lot of lefties today. That ball's popped up straight in the air, and it'll be caught for the out, so no runs come across after 3 walks for New York. Bottom of the 7th now after the stretch. That ball will be hit straight to center, and it'll be caught by Von Christelhauser. Mayfield flew out to center. Now we're up to J.D. Pants, who had the home run earlier. He will walk. So the first walk given up for Stover. Here comes Quake. That ball's hit to left. It'll be caught by the left fielder for the second out of the inning. Cash considerations, the left-hitting shortstop. You don't see that very often. He will get a hit under the shortstop's glove. They will send him around to the third, and he will be safe at third. Runners on second and third now. Looks like that will probably be a single and a advance on the throw. That ball gets past the catcher, but they do not send the runner. It does not go far enough. Boys just back again, looking to give Providence an even larger lead, and he will! 1 runner come across. They will not send the third runner. They're not testing that right field arm of Tanaka. Instead, just one RBI. Now runners on the corners. That ball's hit straight to center field. They will get the runner cross home, and they keep the runner safe at third. So it's 8-5 lead for Providence after Traveler. It's another RBI. That ball's hit too short, and they make the play at second to end the inning. Not before 2 runs come across for Providence, as New York now has 6 outs left in this game to try to score 3 runs. But if anyone can do it, it's this New York offense. Bebe will pop out first, though, to get the first out. Providence crowd out of their seats, standing and ready to cheer for something. Oh, line out straight to first. What a catch from the first baseman, Traveler, who's had a hell of a game today. Here comes Magic. He will strike out. So it's the end of the top of the 8th. No runs come across. New York hasn't had a single run come across since the 5th inning. Providence looking to add on. Zielinski will strike out, though. There comes Summers. Hitting 143 this past season. Grounds that one to the second baseman, who will make the play at first for the out. And a ground out for Mayfield will end the inning. So now we're up to the top of the 9th. New York has 3 outs left in this game before we have to watch another. 1-2-3 due up for New York. It's a positive sign if you're a New York fan, but a strikeout on a check swing. Not ideal for Brian Payne. Some a dog due up now. That ball's hit to right. It'll be caught for the out. 2 outs now. Here comes AJay. Eventually, there it goes. That ball's hit straight to second base, and it will end the game end the inning and the game, I should say. 8-5 win for Providence, and they stay alive after 15 hits. What a performance from the Providence offense. 3 RBIs for Dog, and 1 for Bebe for New York, and 4 RBIs from Traveler. 3 hits, RBI for Zielinski and JD Pant, as well as 2 for Back Again. The loss goes to Crockwell, the win goes to Abel, and the save goes to Cologne. Iceman and Atkins both get no decisions. Traveler is your player of the game, a rare offensive player of the game for this game. There we go.
All right, well, a 3-1 lead for New York now as the Providence Crabs put their first win of the series on the board, and also the first loss for the Voyagers of the postseason. Crabs offense did wake up. They did what they needed to do, and now they just got to win 3 more in a row in order to make it to the World Series. Tough uphill battle, but it is possible. Meanwhile, on the other side of town, majors and minors semifinals today, and the Firehawks and the Lemurs will be playing their game number 4 here momentarily. Teams, if you have changes for game number 5, please let us know. Firehawks and Lemurs will be waiting on the outcome of game number 4, I imagine, to see what happens there. We have Johnny Tom and Pim Pimling on the mound for their respective squads here. As mentioned, California leads the series 3-0. They'll be looking for the sweep to advance to the World Series for the first time since season 56, while the Lemurs will be looking to make it back there for their first time since season 57, where they won it. Louisville, as mentioned earlier, beat Kansas City 3-2 in the quarterfinals and missed the playoffs last season after an 11-season streak with 3 rings. So making it back to the semifinals now is a good sign for them. Not as good of a sign, the fact that they're down 3-0 in the series against the number 2 seeded California Firehawks. Also, I was looking at the wrong team, not season 56. California hasn't been to the World Series since season 51. They come in as the number 2 seed, and they come in with that first round bye after being bounced from the playoffs in the first round by Florida last season. So California looking to make it back to the big show for the first time in 9 seasons, while the Lemurs looking to hold on and possibly force a game number 5 here with a win in game number 4. Let's go ahead and get to it. The Firehawks versus the Lemurs, game number 4, in a game that could send the Firehawks to the World Series, and a game that the Lemurs desperately need to win in order to stay alive in the playoffs. We are underway with our first streamed minor league semifinals of season 60. Pim Pimling on the mound. They'll face Song, Max, and Furcal Jr. in the Firehawks lineup for the first inning. Song quickly grounds out to third base. And now Max with a line drive right to the shortstop, 2 away. For Cal Jr., hitting 200 in the postseason with only 1 RBI. They're going to strike out here. And a quick 1-2-3 for Pimling brings us to the bottom of the first, where the Lemurs will have their first shot at the plate here. Narukami, Covid, and Machado due up against Johnny Tom. Walk drawn by Narukami on a full count pitch. Good eye. And now off for second they go with their 8th stolen base of the postseason. Also looking for their 8th stolen bases, Cal Covid, who will look to just get on here, but a pop fly to the second baseman will retire them. So 1 out, runner in scoring position. And Diego Machado will draw a walk on a 3-1 count. Tom at 16 pitches now. Grounder to third, who tags third and throws on to first for the double play. A 5-3 double play. You don't see those too often in the sim. So it's special when you do get to see them. It clears the base paths. Lemur's not too happy about that one. We'll head to the top of the second. Base hit for Moore, our first hit of the ball game. Devontae Moore with a single. Dumper, fly ball, right center field. Under it is Narukami, and they make the catch. 1 away runner at first for Nicholas. Nicholas had a game-tying RBI single in the bottom of the 9th earlier on in the series. In Game 2, I believe it was. They'll grind into a fielder's choice here. And then Carver had the game winner in that same inning. They'll draw a walk here to make it first and second with 2 away for Bat Smith, the left fielder. Looking for their first RBI of the postseason, but they won't get it here. A foul out to the first baseman is the 3rd out of the inning. We head to the bottom of the second now. Lemurs with Sock, Sheeping, and Allaire due up against Tom. Sock, line drive to center field, 1 down. And now here's Sheeping, the right fielder. Hitting .267 in the postseason. Grounder to third, over to first, in time, 2 away. Bringing up Allaire. Grounder to first. Stepping on first is Nicholas. And Allaire is out. That'll do it for the second half for Louisville. And we go to the top of the third. Goro Majima grounds out to man squash at first base, 1 away. 1 down, no one on. Here's Yun Sung. Grounding out to the shortstop, 2 down. And now Max, Clark Max, the center fielder. Well, no, that's going to be an error. Throw is off the mark. That will be charged as an error against the shortstop Allaire. As Max reaches first and then steals second base with their 2nd stolen base of the postseason. For Cal Jr., though, strikes out to end the threat. And nothing really comes of the error by the Lemurs infield. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. Brochacho strikes out on the changeup to lead off the bottom half of the 3rd. Now Johnson, the second baseman. Fly ball. It's a bloop single. That will get down in front of the right fielder. Not so much a bloop single, actually, as it was just a well-placed single there. And now off for second they go. Safe with a stolen bag. Narukami at the bat. They ground to third, over to first in time for the 2nd out of the inning. So the runner in scoring position, the cold-hitting Cal Covid, the catcher, will come to the plate. Grounder to second, on to first in time, out number 3. 3 innings are done, and we have a total of 2 hits from both of these teams, 1 each. Well, there's a hit. That's going to be a deep drive over the right field wall. Devontae Moore, solo home run, and the first run of the ball game, 1-0 California. Foul ball. It's going to be caught. Retiring Dumper for the first out of the inning. And now here's Nicholas. Full count pitch from Pimling. Struck him out. And Nicholas will be retired. 2 away. And here's Carver. Fly ball, center field. Shortstop going back, and they will catch it in shallow center field. for the third out of the inning. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Devontae Moore's solo shot has put the California Firehawks out in front here in a game that could get them to the World Series if they just hold on to the lead. Diego Machado retired on the strikeout. Now here's Man Squatch. A base hit over the head of the second baseman. Squatch is on board with a single. Runner at first, one away. Here's Wet Sock. Grounder to second, over to first. 4, 6, 3. Double play. Side is retired. No runs on a hit. California still up 1-0, and they'll look to extend that lead right now. Batsmith. That apparently was fair. It landed in foul territory. I don't know what happened there, but Batsmith with a single. But a 4-6-3 double play will retire both of them. Did it hit the chalk? Okay. It looked like it was clearly in foul territory.
Check the print.
Pop fly to the second baseman will retire the side. So regardless of whether that was fair or foul, it does not matter as the Lemurs face the minimum and now step to the plate once again. Samuel Sheeping pops out. One away. All air. Line drive. Base hit into left field. All air with a single. Third hit of the day for the Lemurs. And the first one for Adrian Allaire. Brochacho. Deep line drive. It's going to be caught just shy of the track, though. I thought that might have had a chance, but Brochacho is going to wind up with a fly out. And Allaire will remain at first. Johnson grounder to second. Over to first in time for out number 3. Side is retired in the home half of the fifth. Lemurs, nothing so far in terms of runs. California just has the one run from the solo shot from Devontae Moore. They'll be looking for more here, though. Max with a walk and then a stolen base puts them into scoring position with nobody out. Grounder to short will advance the runner over to third as for Kyle Jr. with a sacrifice. Firehawks now playing small ball after the long ball got their first run on the board. Devontae Moore back up. Fly ball, right center field. It's caught. Will it be deep enough? It will be. California doubles their lead. It's 2-0 as Max will score on the sac fly from Devontae Moore, who has both of the RBIs for the Firehawks. Dumper, pop fly. Second baseman will catch it to end the inning. Firehawks lead 2-0. And we head to the bottom of the sixth. Top of the order for the Lemurs. Narukami grounds out to first base. One away. Now here's Cal Covid. Grounder to second. Over to first. In time. 2 away. And now here's Diego Machado. Third baseman. Striking out on the full count pitch. Got him on the changeup. Side is retired. Firehawks. Clean inning for them defensively. Lemurs go down quietly. Roman Nicholas gets on board with a single to lead off the top of the seventh for the Firehawks. And now here's Carver. The right fielder, Coleman Carver. Ground out to the second baseman. And there's the first out of the inning. It's Wishiwa Sadio who came in to pitch at the start of the inning here. Or sorry, at the end of the last inning, rather. Theodore Batsmith retired on the ground out. Nicholas advances over to third. And if Majima can reach base safely here... No, it's going to be... Oh, they will! Infield single! Majima single will score 1. And now a ground out will end the inning. But Garo Majima with an RBI on the infield single. It's 3-0 Firehawks. California has been showing off both the long ball and the small ball today. And we head to the bottom of the seventh. 1 out already as Squatch is retired on the ground out. Wet Sock, a fly ball to left field. No trouble for Batsmith. 2 down. Now here's Sheeping. 2 outs, nobody on. Giant Tom, the delivery. And struck out Sheeping as the Lemurs go down 1-2-3 yet again. We head to the top of the 8th. Max draws a walk. Now it's for Cal Jr. It's going to be a ground... No, it's going to be an infield single for Cal Jr. advancing the runner over to second. Now here's Devontae Moore. Dangerous batter at the plate, but a double play, 6-4-3. We'll take 2 runners off the base paths. Max advances to third. So 2 outs. Here's Dumper, a line drive right to the center fielder, and that's the 3rd out. So Lemurs get out of a scary situation there. But they need some offense here. They've only got 6 outs left to make up 3 runs, make it 5 outs left, as All Air grounds out to second. 1 down. Brochacho draws a walk. Johnny Tom still on the mound in the 8th inning here. 7.1 innings of work so far, and now they will be swapped out for Claudio Kilgannon after issuing a walk to Brochacho. And a pickoff gets Brochacho off of first base. 2 away. Huge play for the Firehawks as now Johnson grounds out to end the inning. Nothing across for the Lemurs. They have only the bottom of the 9th remaining to make up those 3 runs. Possibly more if the Firehawks can add on more insurance runs here. Nicholas will fly out to left, 1 away. Wishiwasa Dio still pitching here. Coleman Carver grounds out to third, 2 away. Theodore Batsmith also grounds out to second base. 3 up, 3 down. And we head back to the Lemurs. Their last chance to stay alive in season 60. And it's the top of the lineup. Narukami grounds out to second base, 1 away. Kilgannon still on the mound. It's going to be Cal COVID. Drawing a walk on the full count pitch. Here's Diego Machado striking out on the 1-2. And now Lemurs down to their last out. Squatch grounds it to short, over to second. In time, fielder's choice to end the game. California with the sweep of the Louisville Lemurs, 4-0 in the series, 3-0 in Game 4. Congratulations, California Firehawks. We will see you on Saturday. A fantastic pitching performance by both Johnny Tom and Kilgannon to keep 0 runs from crossing the plate for the Lemurs, shutting down the Louisville offense. Johnny Tom will be your player of the game for this one. Congratulations, Firehawks. We have our first team punching their ticket to the World Series. Let me adjust our crawler real quick here. All right, there we go. Okay, so that finishes off our Game 4s. We have a 3-1 lead for both Florida and New York over Chicago and Providence, respectively. And then we have a 2-2 tie between Indianapolis and Cancun. Those are the 3 semifinals we have remaining here. And we'll go ahead and advance the day here. Save the game. And go through any changes remaining here. Let's see. First up, we have the Voyagers, who have a Game 5 pen change here. All right, stopper, change that back to 7th. Middle relief normal for Rooster. For Crookwell, middle relief, use less. And avoid high leverage for Evil Dictator. And everything else looks good.
I hope if you're an evil dictator, you can afford high leverage. You'd be a really bad dictator if you couldn't.
Well, I don't purport to know much about evil dictators in baseball, so I'll leave that to the GMs.
Unfortunately, I am a history major, so I do know a lot about evil dictators.
Fair enough. Let's see. Apex stamina check. Coming right up.
Excuse me.
Okay, Toros have changes. All right. Rolls for Smoltz and Benico. Benico, middle relief, normal. And setup. And Smoltz to setup. 6th or later, and high leverage. Twitchy, let me know if that looks good or if I made a mistake or anything else. Did I do that right? Nothing from the crabs yet. Voyagers waiting on confirmation from y'all. Apex are typing Flamingos. Stamina check on O'Callahan specifically. O'Callahan is at 32% as a starting pitcher, 64% as a relief pitcher. So let me know if based on the stamina check you have any changes you want to make. Voyagers gave the thumbs up. They're all good. Flamingos are going to adjust, okay. Okay, so just the change on the secondary role in Court Jester to Emergency SP. Okay, perfect. You're all set then? Everyone else good. Sweet. Enoch says Flamingos don't believe in the 6 through 8 innings. Because all the usage options are 9th or later. Apex. Okay, Apex have changes. Alright. Romeo McFlourish, none. Use less mop up. There isn't a use less option for none specified, Fetty. I'm assuming you mean avoid high leverage and then mop up. Let me know if that's incorrect. Noble to middle relief, use more, and stopper. Okay. Avoid high, okay, perfect. Skylar Stevens, middle, normal, middle. Middle, normal, middle. Takahashi to none, avoid high, none. Oops. And walk to none, avoid high, mop up. Okay, so just to confirm, this is what you're looking at. Let me know if that's incorrect, Fetty, or if I missed something, or if it looks good. Okay, Flamingos are good. Haven't heard from the Kingpins at all tonight, so I'm going to assume that they're good and just letting it ride. Oh, okay. Apex are all set. Toros, just in case, let me, here, I'll show you. So, Benico to set up 6 or late high leverage. Wait, did not save? Or sorry, yeah, no, Benico to middle relief normal setup, yep. And then Smoltz to set up 6 okay. Yeah, I can screenshot it, hold on. There we go. Okay, perfect. We are all set then. Good stuff. I'll save one more time, and then we will head on into... So we're going to quick sim Toro's Apex. Then we're going to go back to New York Providence for game number 5, and then we will go to Chicago, Florida, game number 5. That is our plan. So, without any further ado, game number 5 between the Toros and the Apex. Ryan Lee and Flop Quads on the map for their respective squads. This one's going to be quick sim since neither team will be eliminated here. But one of them could be eliminated in game number 6 and will be eliminated in game number 7 if it goes to that. So, we will be watching 6 and 7 if necessary. But for right now, we are quick simming game number 5. Ryan Lee and Flop Quads on the mound. Game number 5 is going to go to the Cancun Toros, 3-2 lead in the conference finals, 6-2 victory over Indianapolis. 3 hits for Yidif and an RBI for Indianapolis, 2 hits and an RBI for McKinley. And then on the side of Cancun, 2 hits and 1 RBI each for Ohikau and Solo. and hits for 7 of the 9 batters, RBIs for 6 of the 9 batters. Lee gets a win. Cotswold gets the save. Quads will take the loss for Indianapolis. Ryan Lee will be your player of the game for this one, improving to 3-0 on the postseason with only 1 earned run given up over 6 innings pitched. Alrighty, Cancun Toros take a 3-2 lead in their series, which means the Apex are on the cusp of elimination, and we will be watching game number 6 to see if that happens or if the Apex will force a game number 7. That brings us to New York versus Providence, game number 5. New York came into this with a 3-0 lead into game number 4, I should say. And the Providence Crabs put up a fight. It was a close match, and the Crabs' offense delivered what they had been lacking in the first 3 games to make it a 3-1 series. And the Crabs are still alive here in game number 5 to talk about it. We'll see if they can do it again. They need to make 3 straight wins in a row here, having already won their last game. They need to win 3 more in a row just to make it to the World Series. If they lose any of those 3, New York will be in the World Series on Saturday instead. So big stakes for these 2 teams. New York, as mentioned, is the reigning World Series champion, while Providence has not won the World Series since season 36. And the last time they appeared in it was 10 seasons ago in season 50. So they really want to make it back here, and they'll send Joe Random to the mound to try and make that happen. Waldo, any thoughts on this one before we head on into the game? And you ready to cast this one?
Let me tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
I said before this series, I said hashtag pray for Providence.
Mm-hmm.
I think we prayed before the last game because you gave into the jinx. You were like, oh, they're playing dead in the water. No pun intended. You were like, oh, they're playing terrible. You said they're a terrible team. And you know what they did? They said, you know what? We got to prove that guy wrong. And they proved you wrong. They played great last game. So my thing is, are we going to get better starting pitching this time around? Or we got Moose and Randall, the lefty versus the righty. I think it's all going to come down to again, who jumps out first? Who gets that early lead? And can they keep that lead at the same time? So I think it's going to be the early lead's going to be very important. So I think whoever scores the first 4 runs of the game, if we get to 4 runs, will win the game.
Okay.
That's what happened last time. Providence had the 4-3 lead. Well, technically they had a 5-3 lead because they went 3-5. But Providence got first 4 runs. So that's what I'll say. Do you have anything else you'd like to add? Any more doubting of Providence?
No. I mean, I just want to add for any Crabs fans that are joining now and weren't there for the last game, that is not exactly my wording.
You did literally say dead in the water.
I said that they could be dead in the water if their bats do not come alive, because their bats were disappointing through the first 3 games, which is just stating a fact. It was disappointing. I think the Crabs were probably disappointed in their offensive performance as well. I don't think I'm out of line for saying that. And then I said if they don't get their offense going, they could be dead in the water, and this could be a sweep. I did say that. They did prove me wrong. But
bro,
at the same
Justin
time,
Herbert, bro, what is this if stuff? Stand on your words.
But at the same time, they also kind of proved me right where they needed to get their bats going in game number 4, and they did. So will that continue into game number 5? Who knows? Let's find out, shall we?
Let's go for it. I'm ready to call a good game. Joe Random versus Joey Moose Jr. Moose on the mound for the visitors. Joe Random for the home team.
I did not say Crabs might as well go defunct.
Providence.
This is libel in the chat.
All right, starting with a ground ball left for the first out. New York, of course, on the road. Nice, calm, cool 55 degrees as an 8:05 start. That ball's hit to center field about 350 feet. It will be caught by the center fielder, for the second out of the inning. As I said, calm, brisk night here in Providence. It is late September, early October. It's frozen for me, so I'm just gonna keep talking until it comes back. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm sure something crazy's happened and I missed it.
There's a strikeout.
And this is gonna get clipped, and it's gonna be really funny. But the center fielder's still throwing the ball in for me. It's crazy because this did not happen at all during the last game. It only happens, what was it, Murphy's Law or whatever? Oh, the crowds are cheering. Oh, a run is scored! Yay, we're back! Providence has scored a run! Woo! Baltz gets, I presume, a single to drive-in traveler. Ball into center field, caught. All right, we're back. Providence takes the 1-0 lead. Zelwinski will fly, Summers will fly out to left for the second out of the inning. Here comes Mayfield, the switch-hitting second baseman, will fly to center. Oh, caught at the deepest part of the park. Providence does get a run across on the single from Baltz, but nothing more than that. New York pops that one straight to, I believe that's the second baseman, might be the pitcher. Yes, it was Mayfield, the second baseman. Comes Tanaka, who gets a walk. So the first base runner for New York is a walk on 4 straight pitches. Here comes Von Christelhauser, the center fielder, who hit something. I don't know where it went. Oh, it didn't go anywhere. Here's Bebe, who... Oh, stolen base, excuse me. Okay, what's going on? He's safe! Run scores! What? Yeah, well, no, I hope it does. Why is it doing that? Why does it only do that whenever I'm... Okay. Okay, we're just gonna go with it. No runs, or 1 out. Tie game, 1-1. We're back. I'm locked in. Quake. Over the shortstop's head for the first hit of the inning. The catcher to the left side. Cash considerations, the shortstop, the lefty. To avoid a double play here, he will strike out instead. Boys to chest back again. Coming up here. Hits that one. It'll be an out, however. So no runs come across on the single hit from Quake, which was a single. No runs scored for Providence, New York, up to bat in the top of the third. Excuse me. Ramirez will be put out there. Here comes Magic to third, and the out is made. Here comes Payne, the top of the lineup. That'll be a single, straight up the gut, right to the center fielder for Payne. So 2-out single for Payne. See what Dog can do here, hitting 267, 6-7. Gets another hit straight up the gut. They will send the runner to third, and he will be safe. So runners on the corners for Tage, who was on fire. Hopefully he has a burn suit on, because it's not good for your skin. He gets walked, so base is loaded for Mihire. Joe Random has to be stressing on the mound. He gets a hit to the shortstop who makes the play. So no runs come across. Not really a hit, kind of a little grounder. So they strand the bases loaded as Traveler will strike out there. Here comes Baltz, who had the single to drive in a run his last at-bat. Strike 3, he will sit down. Back-to-back strikeouts for Joey Moose Jr. Here comes Zawinski, the left-hitting third baseman. He will walk. So after back-to-back strikeouts, we get a walk from Zawinski. Here comes Summers, hitting 133 this past season. He will extend that cold streak and fly out to the shortstop at the end of the inning. So we're still tied 1-1 after 3 total innings. Move to the middle 3 here, as Tanaka will ground out to short. Christelhauser, the center fielder, hitting 160 this postseason, will strike out as well. Really as well, will strike out in general. Bebe, who is also on fire. Hope they have a fire extinguisher for him. We'll hit that one right, but it'll be right to the right fielder. How'd you like that one? And that will be 3 up, 3 down to the top of the 4th. So I did say before this game as Mayfield. Oh, Mayfield! It's froze. Something I think it got down. Double. There we go. Mayfield gets a double. As I said before the game that JD Pants grounds to first. That it would take the first of the third run. So we're a third of the way through the game. We still haven't even had the second run. For either team, I should say. We've had 2 runs total. Cash considerations will ground to first. But unfortunately, there are 2 outs, so the play will be made at first, and that'll end the inning. So no runs on the leadoff double from Mayfield. And we end the 4th inning with no runs. Ramirez will be out at first. Here comes Magic to third, and it'll be out for the third baseman. Here comes Payne, the top hitter for the Voyagers. Will be out at first. I thought he was safe for a second. He was just kind of standing there. 9-1-2 due up for Providence in the bottom of the 5th. That'll be a fly out for back again, as Traveler will come up now, hitting .429 this postseason. Obviously, he was a big player in their last game. He will strike out here. Now 1-3 on the day for Traveler. Baltz will strike out as well. That will end the inning, so no runs, no hits. We're kind of in a pitcher's duel right now. Not a single run since the 2nd inning. That ball will be a fly out for Dog. This is AJay, the on-fire DH, 357 hitter. And that'll get under the second baseman's glove. It'll be a hit for AJay, who remains on fire. Someone pull the fire alarm. Mihire will get a double play ball, but it won't make the play. They've got a fielder's choice at second, so Tanaka will be up now with a runner on first. And oh, they steal second successfully. And that doesn't even matter because Tanaka will strike out to end the inning, so no runs come across on the lone base runner. Zielinski strikes out as well, bottom of the 6th. This is looking like the type of game that's going to be decided by 1 or 2 hits as we get closer to the end of it. Summers will fly out to center field. So, yeah, you got to wonder who's going to be the hero. Who from these teams is going to come out and maybe blast one over the fence for a go-ahead home run or get a string couple hits together. That's a straight line out to shortstop to end the 6th. So, go through the middle 3 with no runs across. 1 run for each team, 4 hits from each team, making 2 runs and 8 hits total. Juan Cristalazo strikes out. He is cold. Someone get him a blanket. It's not good for the skin. Bebe, as he grounds out. Maybe AJay and Von Cristalazo should stand next to each other, so AJay will melt him. Ramirez will ground out to end the inning. Providence up now, 6-7-8. I am frozen, so I hear the crowd. And now I hear nothing. All I know is JD Pants, Quake, and cash considerations are up next. I don't know what's happening. I don't know why it's doing this.
Quake
It doesn't do this
strikes
for
out.
anything else. It's just really bad today. Oh, there it is. Oh, we have 2 outs. Cash considerations up now. Ball's hit to center field for a single. 2-out single for cash considerations. As boys to chest back again, the center fielder come up to hit. And that'll be a hit to right field. The runner will get to third safely. Now here we come. Traveler, who had a big game last time. Oh, they steal second. Oh, that is a ballsy steal from boys to chest back again. His 2nd stolen base of the postseason. Here comes Traveler. That ball's at the left. It gets down. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. Providence takes a 3-1 lead on Traveler's huge single to left field. Baltz will ground to third. They will make the play at second. Wow, so Providence takes a 2-1 lead, excuse me, 3-1 lead, and now New York has 2 innings to try and make it up. That ball will be hit to right, but it will be caught. Payne up now, the leadoff hitter. He hits that one to center to be caught. So 2 outs now in the top of the 8th. Here comes Summer Dog, the switch hitting first baseman. That'll be a ground out. Just like that, 3 of 3 down for New York. Providence has a chance at the bottom of the 8th to add on to their league. The middle of the lineup is up to bat, but Zelensky will ground out for the first out of the inning. And that is a strikeout for Summers. Joey Moose Jr. is still in the game after giving up the 2 runs in the last inning. He's just built like that, I guess. And a strikeout of Mayfield will end the inning. New York, top of the 9th. Can they do it? Randy Colon in the game for Providence for the save opportunity. He strikes out the first batter. Here comes Mihire. He strikes out looking. Wow. New York down to the last out in this game. Providence looking to win this one and send it back to New York for a winner take all, for a game 6. Oh, and we're frozen again. Oh, and they won. All right, perfect. I don't know what the fuck is going on. It's literally like I was literally playing CS earlier and it was fine, so I have no idea what's wrong right now.
Oof.
I have no idea. New York gets a lot of hits at the top of their order, 1 each. Bebe gets an RBI. For Providence, 2 RBIs from Traveler, 2 hits, who's unquestionably been their best player so far this series. 1 RBI for Baltz as well as a hit from him, and then Mayfield, quick catching situations, and back again, all get hits. Moose Jr., despite going 7 2/3, 3 earned runs, gets the loss. Jones came in for 1 batter. Random gets the win. He's now 2-1 of the postseason, 1 earned run on 8 innings pitched, and Cologne gets the save. No one runs on 1 lone inning. And Joe Random is your player of the game. Yeah, I'd hope so.
All right. So a 3-2 lead for both New York and Cancun. Which means we'll be watching game number 6 for both of those 2 teams, or both of those 2 series, rather. And we have one game in the minor league semifinals to address. The Flamingos and the Kingpins as Florida leads the series 3-1. Justin Izzo on the mound for Florida. Avery Time on the mound for Chicago. We'll go ahead and head on into the game here as the Florida Flamingos will be looking to punch their ticket to the World Series to face off against California. Chicago just looking to send this one back to Florida for game number 6 and potentially a game number 7 as well, since they need to win 3 more games in the series in order to advance to the World Series. I think we're about ready to get started here, just rolling right on into the next one. I'm just checking on something real quick. Okay. Alrighty, so right on into it then. Florida leads the series 3-1. Kingpins need to win 3 straight, and they will try to start. They'll try to start that run here in game number 5 at home in front of their home fans. Let's get going. Chicago Kingpins versus Florida Flamingos. Alrighty. Here in beautiful Chicago, it'll be Lucas, Sahur, and Simpson due up first against starting pitcher Avery Time. Time has a 3.14 ERA in the playoffs so far, over 14.1 innings pitched. No decision for them yet. And they'll get Luca to fly out to left field and Sahur to fly out to center field. 2 quick outs. Now it's Homer Simpson, the catcher. Pop fly, second baseman coming in, and they will make the grab. Mono Polinsky deals with that one, and it's 3 up, 3 down, as the Flamingos do not score in the first. Now here's Ottoman Timothy, the center fielder for the Chicago Kingpins, the leadoff hitter. Leads the team in stolen bases with 2 in the postseason. No one else has any. They strike out here, though. Mexicano will line out to left field as Fortune runs after that one and fields it cleanly just shy of the warning track. Sparky D Steps to the plate, hitting .343 in the postseason, but that average will fall with a fly out to left center field. Another 1-2-3 inning. No hits so far in game number 5. Well, there's the first hit of the ball game, and that one's going to be over the center field fence. Paulie Wag, the DH, puts the Florida Flamingos on the board in a game that could send them to the World Series. Now here's Alan Greer. A fly out to center field will be the first out of the second. Now Atlas Slugs comes to the plate. The third baseman is only hitting .188 in the postseason so far, and they strike out here in this at-bat. McScooty Fortune, the left fielder, leads the team in RBI with 6 in the postseason. Fly ball, center field, going back to the track, and it's going to drop over the head of Timothy in center field, and McScooty Fortune with a double. Bringing up Nathan Murphy with a runner in scoring position. Deep drive right field. Goodbye. 2-run home run for Nathan Murphy, the second baseman. Their first of the postseason, and it brings the Florida Flamingos to a 3-0 lead in this ball game. A ground out by Ejectocito, and that will finish off the top half of the second, but not before Florida strikes 3 times. 3-0 lead for the team with a 3-1 lead in the series. Ganja Smoke grounds out to third, 1 away. Now here's Monopolitsky. A base hit past the second baseman, they'll be on board, and that's the first hit of the ballgame for the Chicago Kingpins. Fans will be happy about that one. Now it's going to be Showtime Jones. Lines out right to the first baseman. Diving back is Monopolitsky, safe at the bag. But there's the second out of the inning. Saejima will ground into the fielder's choice to end the inning. And the Kingpins do not score. They get 1 hit, but nothing across. 3-0 Florida as we head to the top of the third. Luca draws a walk to lead off the third inning for the Florida Flamingos. Now here's Sahur. Another walk drawn on 4 straight pitches from Avery Time. Back-to-back walks, not a good sign. Homer Simpson a line drive right to center field, 1 away. Now here's Paulie Wag, who had a solo home run in the second inning. They're hitting .474 in the postseason, and now a wild pitch against Avery Time. Both runners advance, second and third now, and a base hit up the middle will add to the Florida Flamingos' lead. It is now 5-0, a 2 RBI single for Paulie Wag, and they advance to second on the throw, putting themselves into scoring position with only 1 out. Alan Greer, a base hit up the middle, and another run comes home. Paulie Wag scores. It's another RBI single and another advancing to second on the throw, this one coming from Alan Greer. 6-0, and Slugs draws a walk on the full count pitch. Gotta wonder if Avery Time's time is due, as they're giving up a lot in this inning. 3 more runs so far. A strikeout of McScooty Fortune and a strikeout of Nathan Murphy puts a little more confidence back into the pitcher. But 3 runs across in the third and the second for Florida. 6-0 lead already. Gambles will ground out to the first baseman, 1 away. Now here's TJ George. A base hit up the middle. TJ George on board with a single. And now here's Timothy. Grounder to second, over to first. 4-6-3 double play. Side is retired, nothing on a hit for the Kingpins. Florida still leads 6-0, and they'll look to add to it. Avery Time back on the mound. A grounder to third baseman, and it's bobbled Mexicano. No error charged against them. It's going to be an infield hit for Ejectocito. And now this one past the shortstop. It's a single for Luca. Back-to-back hits for the Flamingos with nobody out. Pop fly. Shortstop gets under it. Infield fly rule in effect, 1 down. Now here's Homer Simpson. Grounder past the shortstop. It's going to get through. That's going to be an RBI single for Homer Simpson, and it's now 7-0 Flamingos. Paulie Wag, the DH, going to face new pitcher Hunter Kratke. And a base hit for Wag, another RBI single. They advance to second again. Wag now with 4 RBIs, if I'm not mistaken. Greer with a base hit. That's going to bring home 2. It's now 10-0. And Chicago's season 60 hopes are looking dimmer and dimmer by the moment, as it is a 10-run lead for them. And now a deep drive over the center field wall by McScooty Fortune makes it 12-0. An absolute rout of the Kingpins so far. Chicago will need to get something going on their offense to make it happen, but it's not looking promising for them right now through 3.5. A 12-0 deficit. 6-run 4th inning for Florida. Izzo back on the mound to try and hold the Kingpins. Mexicano flies out to center field, 1 down. Sparky D, a fly out to center. Back to back, 2 away. Now here's Ganja Smoke, the right fielder. Fly ball, right center field. Goodbye! Solo home run for Ganja Smoke. And Chicago is on the board. Is 12-1, so a little bit better odds for the Kingpins here. But it's still quite a ways away as Monopolitsky flies out to right field. Chicago puts 1 on the board. They'll need 11 more at least in this ball game. 12 actually at least to win it. Potentially more if Florida continues their offensive slaughter. Ejectocito on board with a base hit. Luca will strike out. 1 on, 1 away for Sahur, who grounds into the 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. Clean inning for the Kingpins defense. The cleanest since the first. Now we head to the bottom of the 5th here. Showtime Jones grounds out, 1 down. Now here's Saejima, the catcher. Pop fly, caught by the shortstop, just barely on the grass. Now here's Gambles, the shortstop. Ground ball is second, over to first in time, 2 down. Sorry, 3 down. I am sorry. I was wondering why everyone was clearing off the base paths. Okay, Ganja Smoke is going to make the catch to retire Simpson here in the top of the 6th. 1 down. Paulie Wag strikes out, 2 away. Now here's Alan Greer. Line drive, caught in right field. Hunter Kratky gets a 1-2-3 inning and retires the Flamingos in short order. We head to the bottom of the 6th. TJ George, first up for the Kingpins, grounding out to the second baseman, 1 down. Timothy steps into the box. Mexicano on deck. Timothy grounds out for the second out of the inning. Bringing up Mexicano. Nobody on, 2 out. Deep fly ball, left field, goodbye. Another home run for the Chicago Kingpins. Unfortunately for them, it's another solo shot. They would love to have some base runners on there for that. But a 12-2 lead for the Flamingos now as the Kingpins get a little bit closer, but Sparky D strikes out to end the inning. Still not looking too good for the Kingpins. They'll need